Well, good morning, folks, and welcome back to the farm. Welcome to the inside of our high tunnel greenhouse. Now, I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, what the hell, man? You're supposed to show us how you're going to put that thing together. And you're absolutely right. That was my intent. We got the frame up last year, and as soon as the weather was nice, our intent was to put the tarp on over top. But we got to leave. I got a business trip here this week, and so we were doing a bit of let's get everything ready for us to be gone for a few days and prep as best as we can for the farm sitters to come in. And but being Saturday, I woke up, it was 7:30ish or something like that, rolled over. My wife looked me in the eyes and she said, yeah, if it's not windy today, my parents and my sister, they're gonna come over and we're gonna put that tarp on a greenhouse. So I was a little bit unprepared to do any kind of filming, and it was all hands on deck and all hands were moving fast. And we just kind of made it up as we went along, but we got the plastic on anyways, as you can see. And we really struggled, I shouldn't say really struggled, but getting the end pieces on, getting it all lined up was a challenge. Getting this big tarp over with 3 or 4 people. I mean, you definitely need 3 or 4 people. If you think you and your significant other are going to successfully do it, it's going to be really, really difficult. Last night, managed to get all the joints duct taped actually in preparation to get this done, but not thinking it was going to be done as quickly as it was. But anyways, it was. And flipping through the instructions for how to actually secure the tarps. Well, the instructions are from TMG, which is a Chinese company, and so they're not super clear English to begin with. But what we found is that we seem to be missing like the last 2 pages of the instructions. So I went online and flipped through that, and there just is no instructions on how to secure it. Here's all the parts. Once you got the tarp on and over, here's some ratchet straps. Figure it out for yourself. So that's kind of the point I'm at. I got a little bit of rope down here in that last little bar that I got to secure, cinch that up tight, and then I got a ratchet strap a couple of spots so that the big tarp is like cinched up, kind of like a hoodie, cinched up around the edges to stop the wind going in. And then on the outside, the very outside, I'm going to lay some 2x4s along the outside edge so that the wind can't get up and underneath the tarp. But yeah, surprising. We've been here 7 years now, and there has never been a day where it wasn't windy until today. So it was a good thing. It was a good thing we got after it, got it done. And I just want to make sure I get it secured because there is a little bit of a breeze picking up here. So who knows what the afternoon might hold. But I'm down to the t-shirt. Like, it's just, this has been up for 30 minutes and it is cooking in here. Like, whew, like I'm starting to sweat. So anyways, I'm going to get, sorry, I didn't film it. Too bad. So sad. You'll get to enjoy whatever happens downstream when we get the dirt in and things start to grow. But hey, tarp's up. That's a win. So the other thing that's yet to be determined, and I mean, we try as hard as we possibly can to make things as easy as they possibly can be for the farm sitters when they come in. So making sure there's extra feed. We got big bulk feeders, everything, so nobody should have to do any feeding. Bales are out in the field. We got giant water totes set up everywhere, so everybody's got water for the week. We've checked the fences, everything like that. So I mean, that's as easy as it could possibly be. Show up, feed the dog, make sure everybody's in the pen they're supposed to be in. Pretty simple, right? Well, maybe we should just go pick up some pigs today and put them in the pig pen and just give them something to do, right? Give them something to make it interesting. So, but it's been up in the air. We've been back and forth on these pigs with a fellow locally, another small producer that, much like us, just got a lot on the go and hard to nail down kind of a time and a date where we can really make that transfer happen. So today might be the day. If it's not today, it's gonna have to wait until we get back, I guess. But we'll see. We'll see if this afternoon we can get that done, because that sure would make things interesting for the farm sitters too. So a couple of problems that we've run into while we do this. It doesn't come with enough rope. So it comes with 100 feet of rope. So you got to tie it all the way around there and 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 all the way around the bottom. There's like 150 feet of rope that you need. It comes with 100 feet. So you can see at the end, I actually ended up using yellow rope, which luckily I had some floating around here. Always kind of, actually it was at an auction. Oh my goodness, 2007 I was at an auction and I bought these I bought 4 of these things. And my oh my, I've just never ever ran out of rope. So now the other issue we have, as you can see at the very bottom of this tarp, there's a pole that runs through, full length runs through, and then it just ratchet straps down to the frame. And every 4 feet on every one of these legs, there's a spot for that ratchet strap to hook to. You see I got one in the middle there. So the issue is this, is where that pole runs through, there is not a hole or a slot for that strap or that webbing to go through. And so the guy has to pull out his pocket knife and cut one. And boy, oh boy, you sure hope you get it right, because if you don't, I mean, once you cut a hole, you can't make it not a hole anymore. I mean, you can put as much duct tape as you want on there, but it's just not going to ever be the same. So instead of doing it every 4 feet and cutting a whole bunch of holes, what I decided to do is I put one on each end and one in the middle, and then I got 2x4s sat out on the outside holding that plastic down. And I'm guessing, because there's just never not a windy day here, that by this afternoon we should have a breeze. We should be able to tell exactly what this thing's going to do, hopefully, and then I can come and adjust as necessary. Hopefully I don't have to make too many, if any, adjustments at all. Now the other spot I got to cut out, so this door frame here, this just wraps around and then velcros to itself. The actual door hinge is here underneath the plastic, so I got to cut that out. There's another one down here, right down there at the bottom, and then the door latch is under here. So I got to undo this velcro, get the pocket knife out very, very carefully, and notch that out a little bit for the latch and for the hinges, and then fold it back around. And then I assembled the door already, and then I got the tarp for the door there. We'll get that on. Maybe should be triple happy teddy bears, really, by rights. We'll see. All right, well, I'm all done sweating my bag off dealing with that greenhouse, but I couldn't get the door. I couldn't quite get the door to figure out. So the door is basically, there's a metal frame, and then it's a plastic bag, and the metal frame slides inside this plastic bag, and then it just velcros over the top. And then same thing, you got to notch little notches around where the hinges go through. Ridiculous. So that thing's not going to get used. I'm just going to frame something in there and put a real door in there. So anyways, I moved on from that, and now just working on some ease of use projects for the farm sitters while we're away. So we got these water trailers. I got another one up there by the horses, and so we just got a gravity hose, a garden hose, gravity feeds over to a water with a float style valve in it. And this is actually the pig pen right here. So again, we don't know if the pigs are coming today or not, but if they are, I don't want to wait till 5 o'clock to start rigging this stuff up. So I got an old 22-inch tire and a rubber tub, and the tub fits perfectly inside the tire, so the pigs can't just flip the water bucket over and make a mess and then be real thirsty. And then so I put that float on there, and last year we tried doing that with, I don't know, mixed levels of success, mostly because they'd grab the garden hose and then they'd run away with the float, and then they'd do that, and it would just, all the tank contents would drain out on the ground. So I nailed a piece of 2x6 on there, so that even if they get it in their mouth, they can't yank it out. And we'll see. Hopefully that works to keep them fed and watered, or well watered. Speaking of feed, we got our bulk feeder here that I just topped up. That holds about 4 days worth of feed. And then earlier this winter, our stand-up deep freeze crapped out, so I put it on a pallet so it's off the ground. And I was gonna fill it up with grain, and then Carmen, she just had a really good suggestion. She's like, well, like, why just fill it up and then the farm sitter's got to scoop it all? Just put like 8 pails, 5 or 6, 8 pails, something like that. And all they got to do is just grab a pail, dump it in the feeder over there, and nobody's scooping and breaking their back. Oh, that's a big stretch. That's something that's, anyways, he's rodent free. If I got to stretch once, that's not a big deal. But anyways, I thought that was kind of a neat repurposing. Kept something out of the landfill, and keeps feed closer to what, cuts down on inputs, right? Keeps feed closer to where they got to be, so that I don't have to do so much back breaking work, or I can do it in installments where it's convenient, as opposed to just all the time having these little things that just eat your lunch.